a new school year.
And we're forecasting a hot weekend ahead. Well, more on that full forecast coming up. NBC Palm Springs starts right now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us after the game. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. We start this evening as this morning, outside of Desert Regional Medical Center in Palm Springs, hundreds of nurses were holding picket signs to highlight concerns over patient care, nurse retention, and what they say are unsafe working conditions. That's tonight's top story. Our Brett Rosen was there this morning, and he has the details in tonight's top story.
This morning, the sidewalk outside Desert Regional Medical Center was flooded in the color red. Many nurses wearing the shade to represent the union called the California Nurses Association. Many of the nurses I spoke to telling me these unsafe working conditions can affect their patients too. This morning, as the sun rose, so did about 300 registered nurses, many holding signs saying recruit, retain, and respect. Today's informational picket event outside Desert Regional Medical Center, according to California Nurses Association and National Nurses United, is a part of an effort to involve nurses from Tenet Health hospitals to express their concern over what they call unsafe work conditions.
I can't emphasize enough that we are a level 1 trauma center, a comprehensive stroke center. We have to staff for what ifs. We have to provide for our community, and we have to provide for our patients. And that's why we're out here today.
Some of the changes the union wants include lift support to help nurses move patients easier, rapid response nurses scheduled on each shift to respond to emergencies, proper rest and meal breaks during 12-hour shifts, and adequate orientation standards for new graduates and experienced hires. However, for 17-year ICU nurse Rachel Garcia, it's the constant short staffing that is making the job that much harder.
It's already difficult to work in the ICU. So that's obviously why we're here today, because our nurses need adequate staffing. They need meal and rest breaks. They need people to cover them for lunch and take care of those extremely sick patients. There will be a patient that will have 3 different nurses in a shift. It is terrible for continuity of care.
When reaching out to the Desert Care Network, they said in a statement in part, quote, "We are currently involved in bargaining with the union and will continue to negotiate in good faith in hopes of reaching a successful contract. Our focus is on providing high-quality health care to our community and a positive work environment for employees," end quote.
We are the heart of patient care, and of course we're still working. Absolutely. We're just here to say, please give us the things that we need so we can care for our patients.
Now again, these negotiations are still ongoing. Rachel Garcia telling me everything the union is looking to change has been brought to the table. However, she says there's still little movement. In studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Brett, thank you for that. Let's take a live look outside from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. You know, since the time has changed, we haven't really gotten to see any sunsets much. But now that we're on after the game tonight, which is a good night for all you Chargers fans out there, we get to watch the sunset go down. Looks a little breezy out there. But we also know Village Fest is still happening right now, and you still have a couple hours to get out there.
Yeah. So if you were thinking, I don't want to go at 7, it's a little hot. Well, now you can head out. You still got 2 hours to get that pumpkin chocolate chip bread. Shout out to that. It might be sold out though, so you got to run down there right now. Also, I want to give some honorable mentions to some other restaurants as we head and check out those current conditions in Palm Springs. I'm going to say this slowly. This is a new avocado spot in Palm Springs. It is Nice Haas is the new avocado spot. Everything avocado you can think of, avocado toast, avocado ice cream, they have it there. They're at Village Fest until 10 o'clock tonight. Also, Zash Snacks, I want to give them a shout out. They have everything you can think of. I like to say when we're talking about these temperatures, shout out the people that have popsicles and ice cream, which they do over there. So go check them out. We love getting to support our local businesses across the Coachella Valley, and they really do come from all over to the Village Fest. Right now in Palm Springs, okay, we're still above triple digits for Palm Springs, but like we said, we still have Village Fest for the next couple of hours. At 9 o'clock, it's going to be in the 90s. By 10 o'clock, we will be in the high 80s. So go check it out. Take your water bottle with you and let us know if you get anything, or if you get some of that pumpkin chocolate chip bread, you can share some of that with me. As far as winds go, 15 miles per hour from the northwest. for onshore flow with us this evening. Again, not too bad, as Olivia mentioned, looking at that cam, it's shaking a little bit. So that's something that we've been tracking through the afternoon and evening hours. So just keep that in mind. If you're traveling those wind prone areas, just keep that in mind. We want those that you get safely home. So this is going to be pretty consistent for the remainder of the work week. What's happening in the atmosphere right now, we have that ridge of high pressure that is to the south of us over Mexico. Over the course of the next couple of days, that's going to continue to move its way north. The center of the system is going to be over the desert southwest as we get into the weekend. Because of that, yes, temperatures are going to be rising as we get into our Saturday and Sunday. Right now, they're staying pretty steady. We do have this broad of low pressure that is over the west coast, kind of keeping those temperatures at bay. But as that kind of wears off, that high pressure system is going to take over and bring those warmer conditions. As far as winds go, though, more breezy conditions for our Friday. If you're going to head out for your morning walk forecast, 6 o'clock, it's going to be 78 degrees. We'll be in the 80s through the 8 o'clock hour. It is going to be another hot day out there, so keep in mind by 10 o'clock tomorrow, we will already be in at the 90s, just below triple digits by noon. So I would get out there earlier if you can, whether you're walking, biking, swimming, you name it. Just make sure you're getting out before those peak temperatures in the day. Let's take a look at that Comfort Air 3-day forecast. Again, temperatures continue to climb in the weekend. 111 for our Friday under clear, sunny skies. Temperatures continue to climb, like I said, above 110 degrees for the weekend, but that is not even the warmest day. We are tracking 116 in the forecast for next week. We'll break down more you can expect in that full forecast coming up.
Chloe, thank you. More local news tonight. One Palm Springs Unified School is working to ensure the well-being of their students before the new school year starts. Our Tiani Jadaling joins us in studio. She spoke with those in charge of this program and has details on how this works. Tiani?
It's the first of its kind program for Desert Hot Springs High School. Administration is conducting their version of a home visit, speaking with both students and parents nervous for school or just wanting an extra boost of confidence before the school year starts. According to a study done by Understood.org, about 53% of parents of children under 18 agree that back-to-school season is the most stressful time of the year. And here in the Coachella Valley, Desert Hot Springs High School is trying to ease any of that extra stress for both parents and students preparing for the new school year.
The goal for this really is to remind parents, number one, the schools are a safe place for your students. And also it is the second home for your students.
It's the first year the school is doing what they call home visits, a 10 to 15 minute visit to a student's home by both the principal and the school's family and community engagement specialist. The student or parent must first request the visit, but the school leaders are there to talk about a wide range of topics.
It's been typical. With the students, it's the same nervousness of starting a new school. New friends, new teachers.
But what was initially created to help students has in turn helped parents just as much.
There's a little bit more anxiety, I think, on the parent side with everything that's going on with the current administration and ICE raids and things that they're hearing in the media. So we're here just to remind them that we don't have the information, so we can't share it with anyone. The schools are safe.
The school's family and community engagement specialist tells us they aim for 8 to 12 visits a day. But it's not just about mental health. It's about making sure the students are prepared with the necessary items needed to start the school year.
I come into the homes and I ask if they need any resources. We give out school supplies or anything that they need. Our parents may need different resources at home. So we just want the parents to know that they have somebody that they can come to.
Principal Omar Tinoco says the school takes pride in the family their school has created, and this is just a continuation of that.
A lot of times kids feel like they can't speak with adults or they can't come up to us if they have a problem, and we're really trying to fight that.
Principal Tinoco and FACE specialist Teresita Perez will continue with the home visits right until school starts. Students and parents can sign up by calling the school, but they warn that spots are limited. In studio, I'm Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Our thanks to Tiani for that this evening. Turning to more local news tonight, you might have seen on social media today sightings of sheriff's vehicles outside of Sunny Sands Elementary School, which is in Cathedral City. Some posting online speculating it was U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, but that was not the case. We've reached out to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. They tell us their emergency response team and gang task force was serving a search warrant off a street nearby. The school parking lot was being used as a staging area for sheriff's vehicles. No ICE agents were present at the time.
Cathedral City's annual Hot Air Balloon Festival website is officially live. This year's festival starts November 21st. This is always such a fun time. Tickets don't appear to be live just yet, but you can sign up for news alerts on their website. A link to that page is on our newsroom tab of our website, which is NBCPalmSprings.com.
Riverside County Animal Services is continuing to waive adoption fees at its shelters as they deal with massive overcrowding. On Wednesday, the county saying there is no end date at the moment, meaning that prospective adopters will not have to worry about paying the cost of vaccination, microchipping, spay and neuter services, and impoundment. The only cost right now is that canine licensing fee. It's generally $25. It's required based on where the adopter lives. This fee-waiving campaign started back in April.
Palm Springs Animal Shelter making an announcement this week saying cat and kitten intake is currently on hold at the shelter as they work to contain an illness that's spreading. Here's what the Jack Hagerman, man at the shelter, told us this morning.
We have to medicate them, get the disease containment so before we bring in more animals and introduce them to that, right?
Yeah, we don't.
So we
want
it to be a safe place. So
Yeah.
we're going to get that under control for the next couple of weeks, and then we'll be open for business again.
Jack saying that at this time, if you find a cat or kitten, to call their admissions team, who will provide you with some great options on where you can turn them over.
The Shops at Palm Desert is hosting its second annual Wellness Day. It's happening this Saturday, August 2nd from noon to 4. The free family-friendly event features health tips from Dr. Joseph Scherger. There's also a wellness vendor fair and fun challenges that come with prizes, including a Pure Fit membership and also a Macy's gift card. It's all happening in the center's air-conditioned main court.
To celebrate the end of summer and to raise some money, Variety Children's Charity of the Desert held an end-of-summer fundraiser at the Palm Springs Surf Club today. Dozens of families were able to get out there and experience the surf club for the very first time.
Let them have a fun day, make them feel involved, included, that they belong, because a lot of times kids who are in this community who we deem underserved, they don't have the opportunities to be able to go out in the public and enjoy the Palm Springs Surf Club or enjoy activities, and we want to make sure that they're all included, and this is an inclusive day for everyone.
And a beautiful day to jump in the water at that. Variety Children's Charity of the Desert promotes the health and wellness of our underserved communities here in the Coachella Valley. If you'd like to support this organization and make a donation, you can do so by visiting varietyofthedesert.org.
Coming up next tonight, a young girl diagnosed with leukemia here in the Coachella Valley is currently in the fight for her life. But you can help. We'll tell you how. Coming up next.
Plus, we take a look at Palm Desert High School football. They're preparing for another Desert Empire League title run. That's later on in sports, so stay with us for that.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. A 13-year-old girl from the Coachella Valley is battling leukemia. Her family is now raising awareness about the urgent need for stem cell donors.
They're hoping to find a donor who can help Zoe continue her fight. Our Antonio Marquez has that story tonight.
Zoe is a young girl who has faced health problems from an early age, but she continues to fight and search for a donor who can help with the leukemia that she and 60,000 other people in the country are facing.
Stay as positive as I can because that's the only thing I really can do. You know, if I could change things, I would. But in this moment and in this world, I can't. So the best thing I can do is just stay positive and try to help people, like as many people as I can, you know, new families that have been there.
At first glance, Zoe looks like any other girl who likes to play soccer and compete in rodeo events. But behind her smile lies a brave fight against leukemia, a disease she was diagnosed with in 2022.
Very active. At that time, she was 11 years old. Super active. She loves horses, soccer. And when I noticed that her fatigue level was just decreasing and she just didn't have any interest in playing and doing a lot of things, that's when I suspected that something was wrong. Then Zoe started having some petechiae, which is red dots, which indicates that your platelets are low.
Her mother has become her biggest supporter and a tireless advocate for an urgent cause, that being finding a compatible donor for a bone marrow transplant, something that can help Zoe with the help of the National Marrow Donor Program.
In the Hispanic community, it is a little more challenging to find a matching donor because it's not so known in our Hispanic community that, you know, you are able to donate bone marrow.
The process for becoming a donor is fairly simple and can save many lives.
Do a digital phone registration, which asks for a little bit of their information so we can get a hold of them if and when they do match with the patient. And then they do a 10-second cheek swab. Those cheek cells are sent off to our biorepository where they're tested and the individual is added to the registry.
Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
We have a live look outside for you tonight from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera as the sun is setting here in the Coachella Valley. Chloe Carlson's in next, tracking your 7-day forecast, so stay with us.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome back. Right now, we're taking a live look at the Walter Clark Highway 11 cam in Rancho Mirage. Olivia said it earlier. Normally, we don't get to do the show at this time. Get that beautiful view of the sun going down a little bit as we kicked off the show. And look at those stars starting to sparkle in our night sky. A beautiful evening out there. This is the time to go for a little bit of a stroll. 109 for the high today. So we'll just say right around seasonal for this time of year. 108 is normal for us. 118 is the record-breaking number back from 2020. So hot conditions today, only getting warmer as we get into the weekend at this hour. 80s up in the high desert there in Yucca Valley. 92 for our neighbors there in Desert Hot Springs on the other side of the 10. 97 in Thousand Palms. Overnight tonight will be in the 70s here for the low desert. Low 80s, 60 up in Joshua Tree, and then 40s for those up in Big Bear. As far as future wind potential, this has been pretty consistent for the last few weeks. So as we get into the afternoon and evening hours, it kind of picks up for those wind-prone areas. So we're looking at that live cam in Rancho Mirage as we kicked off the show. Yeah, it was shaking a little bit. That has been the case for it feels like the last couple of weeks. And so that's not going to change as we get into the weekend. So if you're in Desert Hot Springs or you're going to be traveling the 10 to the San Antonio Pass, Whitewater up the 62, just keep that in mind for the afternoon and evening hours. It will get a little bit gusty for those areas. More so breezy for most of us here on the desert floor and for those cities up in the high desert. As far as surface moisture, this is not changing either. We're going to be staying very dry here. We don't have any rain in our forecast anytime soon, although we desperately need it. So we'll be staying dry here. Clear skies continuing for us for Saturday. I mentioned this earlier, that ridge of high pressure center is going to continue to move north and be over the desert southwest as we get into the weekend. So that's going to start to ramp up those temperatures. Again, we'll stay breezy onshore flow at 111 to 115 for our Saturday under those clear sunny skies. And like I said, it's just a preview because we expect that high pressure to continue to strengthen into next week. So it's going to be a warm weekend for us. Keep that in mind with your weekend plans. Get out there early. Make sure you are staying hydrated out there. Here's a look at your Comfort Air 7-day forecast. So above 110 degrees for the foreseeable future. Again, 112 for the weekend. We're on up to 116 by next Thursday.
NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos. We have your game.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Caitlin Kelly. Tim O'Brien has the night off. Well, as you may or may not know, today is National Intern Day. So it's only fitting that we highlight an incredible piece put together by our very own intern, Lane Forty. Lane, who's a Palm Desert High School alum, went to his alma mater to check in with the football team as they're preparing for another Desert Empire League title run. Take a look.
On the heels of a 7-4 season, which included reclaiming a share of the Desert Empire League title, Palm Desert football didn't take long to get back to work following a first-round playoff exit.
And then we just started working out. You know, the boys have been lifting, doing what they need to do. I think they're all excited just to get back into doing some real football stuff rather than just being stuck in the weight room the whole time.
While full pads won't come on until Monday, Coach Forty is still focusing on what he can learn about his team this week.
We got 3 days in helmets, and then we'll be able to put some pads on Thursday and Friday. Hopefully, things will start to sort itself out.
What Forty doesn't need to sort out is his defense. The returning production speaks for itself.
Front six on the defensive side, I mean, they're going to be just as good, if not better than last year, so I'm pretty excited about that. A lot of leadership out of them. You know, they've really taken control of the team. They're making it their own.
Forty's approach hasn't changed, and with the right pieces returning, Palm Desert looks ready to make another run at the Desert Empire League title.
We got a long way to go. We're not where we need to be, so it's going to take some time. Start leading in the locker room, in the weight room, in the classrooms, one day at a time, one practice at a time.
5, 6, 7. With NBC Palm Springs, I'm Lane 40.
It's not very often that you get interviewed by your son, is it?
I love that. And as if Lane's piece wasn't good enough, it was a particularly cool moment to be a part of watching Lane interview Coach Forty, who is, you guessed it, also his dad. We're so proud of Lane and his incredible accomplishments over the summer. Lane will be heading back to Chapman next week, where he serves on the O-line of the football team and has also been accepted to the university's journalism program. You've got a bright future ahead of you, kid. Keep up the great work. Live in studio, I'm Caitlin Kelly.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
What are the best movies of this year so far? Manny the Movie Guy reveals his picks and where you can see them.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
Superman and the Fantastic Four First Steps revived the superhero genre and made us believe in men and women in tights and capes again. Both are still in theaters and not to be missed. In the animated genre, Disney Pixar's Elio, still in theaters, explores loneliness, while The Smart, The Colors Within imbues people's emotions with colors. You can rent it online now, and the super fun sci-fi musical adventure K-pop Demon Hunters can be streamed on Netflix. Also on Netflix in the Best Drama category, there's Nonas. Veteran actresses compliment Vince Vaughn in this true-life drama about a man with a dream. And on Hulu, check out A Nice Indian Boy. It's a nice, actually great rom-com about cultures clashing amidst love. I also enjoyed My Dead Friend Zoe, and you can rent it online. It's about friendship and self-identity. And then there's The Life of Chuck, a dramatic feature with a fantasy twist. From Stephen King, this one's about the life of Chuck, played by Tom Hiddleston, told in reverse chronological order. There's a lot of exciting movies in the action genre, like F1 the movie. It's still in theaters. Catch the stunning visuals on the big screen. And then there's our action star, Tom Cruise, in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. The film's spectacle and well-crafted action scenes are definitely worth your time and money. You can now buy this film online. And on Amazon Prime, catch the funny and exciting Deep Cover. Orlando Bloom, Nick Mohammed, and Bryce Dallas Howard play improv actors who become undercover agents.
Are you big timers?
In the thrillers category, stream Companion on HBO Max. AI companions are explored in this dark and funny psychological thriller. Dangerous Animals terrifyingly combines serial killers and sharks. You can buy this online as well. And on Peacock, there's Black Bag. Steven Soderbergh directs this spy thriller featuring the powerhouse duo of Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett. Also on Peacock, check out Drop. This thrill ride has intriguing twists and turns that will keep you guessing. And finally, in the horror category, let's not forget Sinners, now out on HBO Max. Where else can you see a movie where music, vampires, and racism are intertwined into a thought-provoking way? Michael B. Jordan is great in dual roles with captivating direction from Ryan Coogler. Watch Sinners get some love at next year's Oscars. I'm Manny the Movie Guy for NBC Palm Springs.
Our thanks to Manny for that. The raunchy 27th season premiere of South Park attracted nearly 6 million viewers on Comedy Central and Paramount Plus last week. The animated series is the brainchild of course creators right there. Got Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Paramount says the episode had the biggest share of the cable audience for a season premiere since 1999. The episode garnered attention for its profane commentary about the president.